This is WSN. Love it or leave it. The underdog's on top, and you can either agree or disagree with her. But either way, the tribe is all here. This is a tribe called Jess. You can call the show anytime at 855-77-WYLDE. That's 855-779-9533.
Frank the Tank.
What's up? What's up?
Julio July Diaz. And oh, God, Jason's back.
The shitty best friend.
He asked.
I did.
I have Johnny Caniford back there, and I have my Lifer Jeff. Lifer Jeff, is my phone out there anywhere by you? By any chance? Had to ask that. And welcome to A Tribe Called Jess, and we are all here, and we are revved up and ready to go tonight. I got a lot on deck. We got some sex trends for you, a little anal, and what else? A little prostate.
You gotta give some foreplay before you just say anal like that.
Prostate. Doing a little foreplay before we go.
But
right
she's
in.
got tight when she said
that.
I
know. I clenched.
Mine loosened up.
Oh boy.
We'll see if Jason has any specific toys to help loosen up.
I've got a couple I mentioned tonight.
We'll hear about the toy box, I'm sure. And we're going to pick up where we left off.
Yes.
We're going to pick up with our men, the bigger cheaters, and somebody that asked you.
Oh, is that why Jason's here? Got it.
It's good I've been cheated on. I haven't cheated. I've never cheated. But, yeah, I'd like to give my feedback if you don't want to listen.
Yeah. Just try not to cry.
Always love when Jason's here. It's always a good time. And then what else do we have? We have some stuff about 5'7" and 6'4" men, but we'll save that till the very end because that was hysterical. Oh. And my giraffe story.
Yeah.
And you asked me before we kick off with our news announcements, sponsors, you asked me a really interesting question that we're going to talk about next week, and you said I could say it on air.
Yeah.
You or a statement. You called me or texted me, and you were like, and then I of course called you right away because I'm like, I can't believe you're saying this. This is awesome. That you why don't you say it because you say it better than I'm going to articulate.
Because it was like a long thing.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta look for it.
I'm panicked about my phone, but I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
We're talking about the friend zone, right?
No. You asked me a question this week on text. You said, I think I need a good to blank level up.
Oh, a good woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll prelude that for next week because I'm going to try and get a couple of male guests on. But why don't you say what you kind of said so we can set it up for next week? Because I think it's a really great topic. And real quick, if anybody's out there, you can join our YouTube chat. Go to YouTube Wylde Style Network. Click Tribe Called Jess. We are live. I know you guys are usually on. We started quite late tonight, so I apologize. We've had so much fun with you the last couple of weeks. So if you're hearing this, go to YouTube Wylde Style Network. That's WYLDE network.com, or I'm sorry, Wylde Style Network, and join the YouTube chat. And of course, we're coming to you from the Salisbury Studios, fueled by Monster Energy. Thank you, Monster. But go ahead, Frankie.
I'm actually going to read you the text. I found it.
Okay.
I said, this is how I talk to Jess.
Jessica.
I said, dude. Every time I say dude or yo,
I have a panic.
She's like, oh no, what's wrong?
What's going
She
on?
calls me like quick. She's like, what's going on? Are you okay? I was like, yeah.
No,
like,
you're not allowed to do that anymore. I completely have an anxiety
She
attack.
told me, yeah. So I said, self-awareness conclusion, if I'm being honest. I'll be honest with you. I think I'm the kind of man that needs a good woman in order to level up. I can't do any better than where I am now on my own.
I get that.
And without getting into it, because we'll get into it next week, what triggered that? Like, why all of a sudden? Because I know you so well. I know you're a good man.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're still a dude. What do you think triggered that?
I mean, multiple things, like certain behaviors, you know?
Yeah.
We'll discuss that next week. But certain behaviors and certain like the lifestyle I have. I mean, I don't have people over because my house is like it's not necessarily a frat house, but it's It's not like a home, you know. It's not home.
Your house is fine now.
Yeah.
Like you're making it seem way
I'm
worse.
on the same page with you though. Like it's when I have women over, it's different. Like it's not a home, it's a house that I live in. There's not an attachment there. Like there's not it's not warm and humbling. Like it's a little bit different.
I mean, I have like a puzzle that we started. Like in the dining room is a table. The fold up tables with a puzzle have started. You know, there's a treadmill in the corner, and then the kitchen's like, the kitchen table has got hats and envelopes, and
you
it's just
keep
kind
it
of
clean.
messy.
It's
It's
just-
clean, but a little messy.
But it's not warm. I
Yeah.
get where you're coming from, and from a man's standpoint, like it's hard to have women come over to your house. Like it's every time I have a female come over, like do I got to vacuum? Do I got to do this? And it's not that I don't take care of my house. I just get self-conscious about it because I haven't had a female there to like make it a home.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You
There's
need a man and
the
a woman
woman's
to be
touch is missing so
110%.
badly in my house. Yeah.
And nothing with like the cleaning, nothing with any of that, but like the cute stuff, the seasonal stuff, the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
It's Halloween time. Like I spent a little bit of time at Walmart buying fake plants for Halloween because I want to have a little bit of festivities. And the one thing that I do because of my ex is a wreath on the door. So now she took them obviously, but like I'll put the wreaths on the door for the different seasons.
Yeah.
But I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what brought it up. Every once in a while, you know, I'll reflect and look at my place and my behavior, and I'll be like, man, I wish, I know I want to level up in certain aspects, but if it's for me, I'm like, I'll think about it, and it'll be like, I might be motivated for a little while, but then I'll be like,
So
but I know
can
when
I
I have
ask you-
a good woman next to me, it's on.
So can I ask you a question? Because
Yeah.
I had this talk with my friend. Would you take a
John, I got it.
7?
Sorry.
That's
We had
The
this
perfect
discussion
woman.
on the show. We had
And
this discussion on the show.
didn't. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, say it because it's a great statement.
No, Frankie's had enough time to ponder since last year about it. So.
Yeah, we had this whole show over this. It took him forever to admit that I was right.
And the friend that I had this talk with is an absolute stud. He's 31. He just had a daughter. Well, had a daughter, I think 5 years ago. So not just. He's a stud, handsome gentleman, successful business owner, successful family, good old country boy. We had this talk. And he's dated, since he's been single for the last 2 years, he's dated 10s and 11s. I mean, the guy's a fucking stud. And he had the talk with me a month ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, Jason, I think I want to go for, he didn't say 6s. He said 6.5s, but it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can't do the half. I want to go for 7s that treat me with respect, like you're saying with a woman, as opposed to 9s and 10s.
All right, our show was a little different because it said if you have a 6 and a 10, but they'll treat you the same. This was about men being more motivated by appearance.
Yeah.
They'll treat you the same.
110%.
They're both good women. I said men are always going to go with the 10.
Yeah, with the looks.
They're most
Yeah.
likely, even if they're equal in the way they treat you, they're going to go with the 10.
You're a 9.
Fuck you.
You're a 9.
Before we got on air, hi, John Burley. I'm glad you're on because I'm going to roast you for your cheating comment. I still have all my notes. But no, I'm glad you're here, John. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you.
7
Jason said,
Perfect?
Oh, you're like a hot grandma.
or 10. No. I did say you're a hot grandma.
That's
Because you
just
could.
good.
No,
Hot
I said
grandmas
you
are in this
could
season,
be
though.
a hot grandma.
Who the fuck says that to a chick? Like,
I could be a hot grandpa.
if you were hot, yeah. I mean,
Touche. We're ending the show, right? We play the music. Jesus Christ. I'm getting roasted. Thank you for coming. You all have a good night. Check out.
that was
I'm
funny.
done.
No, I think it's a great subject, Frankie. We're gonna get into it next week, but I think I get what you guys are saying about the home. I'll say from a woman's perspective of being single and somebody who's extremely hard to believe, but domesticated, nurturing, cooks. Like I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm always working or working out because I'm like I don't know what to do. I like to nurture. I used to decorate my house to the nines. You remember, you came for all my holiday parties. So I think, you know, it's hard in that way for me to adjust because I'm like, I don't even want to decorate, but it's who I am. Yeah. And I like once in a while, I'm like, okay, I'll cook like an amazing meal. Like I cook myself an amazing breakfast every day, but like I cooked every night for 4 people, you know, so it's different in that way for me. It doesn't feel like home. My bedroom does because my bedroom's amazing. That's my like fortress. So it sucks. I mean, I would much I can hear outside noise. I would much rather that though than be lonely in a relationship again. I was lonely in my own relationship in hindsight 2020. So that's definitely worse. And as I said to John Burnley online, who said women are single at my age because we turn down so many good men, which isn't true. I was single because my boyfriend broke up with me when I was 47 at my age. But some days are lonely and some days being independent and single are amazing. And I think most days it truly is in between. Yeah. So, I mean, I would never say it's not lonely sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, no matter what phase in life you're in, you'll feel certain emotions, right? You could be with the love of your life and there'll be times that you wish you were, single. Doesn't mean you don't love her or anything. It doesn't mean you're going to be like, oh, I want to break up.
I don't think it means single. You're just like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah,
but
you
gotta,
just space, yeah.
I think if you're with a good person, and we've said this on the show, then you allow yourself that space and you're not codependent on somebody. And it takes work to get there. I mean, I think everybody's codependent at some point, not trusting. And I think if you consciously do the work and pick somebody that complements that and helps you develop the trust and vice versa. So when you're going out in the world, you're not thinking he's fucking someone else or, I don't want to think that. I don't have time.
Back to the looks thing that you were saying. I don't put like a number. I'm like, oh, I'm only going to date 6s or this or that.
That's stupid.
I think it's about as long as there's as long as I have a sexual attraction, I'm good. I'm not going to focus but she's not an 8. Because I could meet somebody who's a 9, but I have no chemistry attraction to it.
I didn't mean to throw that question out there with like we have a 6, we have a 7, we have an 8, we have a 9, we have a 10. But it's more like if you find somebody who's maybe not as physically fit or maybe not as physically as appealing as you would like your prime real estate in your head.
I have to be attracted to her. It's
attraction.
And I'm not saying that she's not attractive, but I'm saying the most attractive female in your head is a 10. And you have a 7 that is fucking perfect in every other aspect other than the physical, like look aspect.
Yeah.
Would you rather go for a 7 that's a perfect partner to have, or a 10 that has the issues
isn't that like
and
a
the
given,
baggage?
That's like a given, though.
No,
I don't know. I'm
because
asking.
you don't like.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm taking notes.
Jason, I think with you set these parameters for yourself when really. I'm being honest. This isn't a bad thing. I do. Frankie and I call each other out every day. You see this shit. He's like, you're this, you're that. We talk through it, but I think you set a lot of parameters for yourself. And it's just, your 10 is going to be your 10. Your 10 is going to be your 10. If we're societal, I don't know what's squeaking, John. It's like
feedback.
Yeah, feedback or something.
Yep, that was it.
That was
and
it.
it's gone now. We're sweet.
Perfect. But I think that's going to be the person who's your 10 is your 10. It doesn't matter what society says is a 10.
Right.
And I think when we set these things in our head, then that's what we're focused on. We're not finding the right person. We're like, I'm going to go find a 7 who blah, blah, blah. And just, you got to drop all that. You know what you like. You know what you're attracted to. I think really paying attention to character and all of those things and what meshes with you is way more important than setting these just parameters like that.
Yeah, because it could also be like an age thing, right? Like maybe I don't want to date people my age because I don't find them attractive.
Because they're old as fuck.
And then you go younger, or maybe you don't like younger, you want to go older. So it's just a matter of what's attractive to the individual.
So back to your question.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
So we're going to talk about it next week, but I think you're realizing that you want to go places, and without that, and I think it's a great realization because I told you this 6 months ago. I'm in no different place.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be in a relationship, but until that happens, right? But you start to realize, I don't think I want to walk life alone. And I think to get to different things, I want the support of somebody who is my biggest fan and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think what made me realize that is just time. Time has passed. Enough time has passed that I've been single. And I've tried a lot of things. I haven't really tried to be,
anal.
dating.
Have you tried anal?
Give it another 20 minutes.
We'll
And
get to that Vegas.
know.
We'll get
We'll
to
get
that
there.
Vegas
We'll
story
get
soon.
there.
Julio and Jason will demonstrate for you.
So
I
I,
don't know if the lens is big enough for my ass. Oh, what's up?
so I think I've tried to personally, I've tried to level up in certain aspects, and I realized that I can't get to that level. Like I might get there for a little bit, and then I come back down. So I can't maintain.
It's the grounding a woman brings.
Yeah, I just can't maintain a certain lifestyle, certain habits, certain just way of living that I know I could do, that I know I've done
With
when I was married, when I had when I had a good woman next to me.
I gave you my retort,
110%
which
on
I'll
that.
save for next week. My retort, what I said back to you about the roles of men and women, and I want to save that because it's too long to articulate. Too many people will take it wrong. I have a lot to say on this subject, and vice versa. I think it's a great subject. You brought up several. I'm very proud of you, Francisco.
Ooh, Francisco.
John Burley, you were chilling and caught astray. Oh God. Shall I ask, John? I'm reading for those listening in. I'm reading off the YouTube chat. And you can join our YouTube chat by going to Wylde Style Network and joining in. And remember, I want to give a shout out to BetStamp, our sponsor, who keeps us all going here at Salisbury Center, and me as a character myself. You can, if you're a sports betting person, and to elevate your sports betting, I'm twisting my words. You can go to signupexpert.com/Wylde Style Network.com. Is that correct, John? Sign up expert.com/wildstylenetwork.com to elevate your betting game. And I was winning, and I lost this week with my parlay. I was very upset. And and it helps support us. So we appreciate it so much. So don't forget to stop by there. And again, we're coming from the Salisbury Studios, fueled by Monster Energy. And we thank Monster so much. And we have a few announcements real quick before we get into your anal shit. No pun.
Your anal
A
shit.
deep dive.
A deep dive.
Deep dive. Very deep hole.
So I'm scheduling our 2-hour New Year's special. That will be mid-December. I'm afraid because of last year, but I want it to be better. So get drunk as fuck. Just, we can't say bad words as much.
That was so much fun.
So it's gonna be.
Wait, what?
My mic is up over there.
I'm being
You
censored
guys hear
already.
me?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you, Frankie.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I hear you a little bit, John. Yeah, I think he's working on it.
Maybe if you had a
Talk again.
female.
You say you're working on it for mid-December?
There you
Yeah,
go,
that's
John.
why I asked you about when you're, because I
Birthday.
can't do it at Christmas time. It's people are busy.
Yeah.
They're on holiday. So I figured we'd do that prior to going to New York City. And so prepare for that. Frank, fresh as fuck in that gear. Nice.
You
Nice,
look
John.
fucking awesome, dude.
No, John
Matching
said
head
you're
to toe.
fresh. Yeah,
Well, I'm
matching
saying
heads.
he does look
He
fucking
always
fresh
looks
as fuck.
good.
Yeah.
He always looks
I'm
good.
trying not to move at all. Just like a billboard.
Billboard, stand strong.
So look for that announcement. And then on November 7th, we have Micro Wrestling All-Stars. Super excited about that. And go to getwylde.com. That's WYLDE.com, getwylde.com, to get your tickets or tables. That was a really fun night last time. And then we have... what do we have? TCB Fights. That's DMV's longest running and most successful Muay Thai kickboxing promotion. And they're
Absolute
always
blast.
We had fun this past Saturday at Cagezilla. That was awesome. It was such energy. So way cool. And you can go to tcbtickets.com for those tickets. And then my favorite, we have Taylor Nation sing-along tribute band, and that's November 30th. And she goes global, at least Canada global. I'm not sure if she goes to any other countries. I still haven't checked. But she looks like her. We're going to have LED bracelets for the first 100, 200 GA. All VIP. We have VIP tables.
She is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
Scott and I have been watching her videos, and she's on point.
She has the outfits. We're going to
Yeah.
set it up slightly like the Airs stage. The LED bracelets. Will they be in sync, Jeff, with the music?
Yes.
Do you know? Yeah.
Yep.
Just like the Eras tour, which is very cool because that's one of my favorite things when we watch all the bracelets going off, because you know I'm on TikTok watching all the time. And then the VIPs will get swag bags, and I'll set up. I still have a ton of friendship bracelets, set up some stands, and do some fun stuff like that, because we had a super good time
I was gonna
last
say, I'll
time.
bring my friendship bracelet that I never
I
got
forgot
from
mine.
Jessica that she promised us.
This
a
is
year
mine
ago.
too
I had
from
the exact
Jessica.
same one.
Anybody have one?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, like, oh, we all match.
Oh, yeah.
It's right
Oh,
here.
you got the invisible one. Yeah.
You have my undying.
Your undying love for us.
Maybe.
We're all just chips. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
Frankie and Julio, if you come do another sleepover, then we can make our friendship bracelets and watch movies.
Scary movies.
That's either a
That's scary
setup
movies.
or a
Frankie-
great time.
Oh, dude, we have
a
sleepovers
blast
all the time, bro.
We sit. My room is literally from here to like it's. I mean, it's humongous, and we sit.
And
we
her
have
room, too.
sleepovers.
And you mentioned they passed out in your bed, or at least Frankie passed out in your bed, and you slept on the couch or something one time.
No, I
she's on the
passed.
floor.
I have this really awesome comforter, an extra comforter that I sit on the floor for him. But people all love it when they come over. So I passed out there. They passed out. Woke up to Julio doing a snoring quartet. And Frankie was gone. Frankie, I have a couch in my sitting.
Just tipped.
There's a couch in our sitting room in the kitchen, and Frankie's laying there. I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Julio's snoring." I'm like, "Dude, I know. I'm going in my other room." Meanwhile, Julio, I have the most comfortable bed in the world, and Julio got to sleep in it.
By
was so
himself.
comfortable.
By
Let's
himself.
go.
Is that a California king though? Is it?
Yeah, it's not it's a king though. I won't sleep in a queen bed.
No, I'm saying it's because it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
big.
huge. It's a
So
huge-
California Kings are longer than they are wider.
I
Oh,
have no
king
idea.
is
No, no.
wider.
California
ca-
king is
a king
wider
is-
than it is longer.
It's the opposite.
King is a perfect square.
When a king is a perfect square, a California king's a little bit longer, but it's a little bit more narrow.
No,
Yep.
opposite.
No, it's
No,
I will
All right,
Yeah,
pull it
it's
up online.
it's totally weird. but
Whoever's
yeah.
wrong
yeah,
gets
because I
fingered.
thought a California king was wider and longer, but it's not. A king is wide and long. A California king's a
I
little
say
bit
this
more
about
narrow
men's penises all the time, and, no
and a
one
little bit
believes
longer.
me.
I don't know. I remember.
So California, because it's a long state, that's why it's longer than it is narrow.
So,
So
it
what's
brings
the
up
one
the.
that's wider than?
So the Alaska king and this mother,
here we
I don't know
go.
if I can say this.
Guys, we've taken a turn on the show,
Yeah.
and we're talking about king beds, but I promise we'll get to cheating, anal, and prostate soon.
Let's go.
So, so is wider or longer better? The age-old question.
Because I was.
Yeah, so right there, a king versus a California king. So a king's
right.
76, California king's longer because California's a long state. That's why they call it that.
Okay, what's the one on the left?
On the left is a king, on the right is a
So
California
he's
king.
right; it's longer, but the king itself is wide.
John, look up
84
Alaska.
inches wide.
No, 84 inches long,
Long.
Frankie.
Long,
That's
got it.
Look up Alaska king. Last
okay,
thing,
'cause
and
then
then we'll get off the
that's-
mattress.
That's what I must have. So when
That's
I
what
went
she
out
said.
to California, we stayed at some resort,
Yeah.
and I guess it was an Alaska king because I swear to you, I could go like this,
So-
and I still couldn't touch.
That's what I
It
want.
was insane.
But those things are like $8,000.
Yeah, no, but
Right?
that's
You
like
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
You can sleep like this, and your
Frankie's
partner over there,
starfishing
and
up on that.
and you
Can't touch it.
Yeah.
So
It was
that's the
crazy.
Alaska king. I think it's like 12 foot by 12 foot or something. Yeah,
How
so
many
the
girls?
Alaska
Alaskan,
king.
yes.
So
How many
I don't
oceans
know.
can you fit on that, Jess?
I didn't even know we had different
states.
state kings. But long story short, the Alaska king. Yeah, we could have all of us could fit on that and be comfortable.
So why don't you buy it for my room? As soon as you volunteer the information, I'll be waiting at my
When
door.
you and I
That sounds like
start
such a
dating
porn.
and have a serious relationship, because I'm sick and tired of the games that you play. I'm joking. One day.
I'm a
Anyways,
grandma. I'm a
next to
grandma.
the next topic. Yeah, grandma. Next topic.
Orthopedic Alaskan
Yeah, let's
king
get
bed
to
for
the
you.
prostate or anal. Let's go from there.
Is the, I do have a hold on.
Yeah.
John, can you I don't know if it's this mic. Okay, like it's some. Okay, the Alaska King though. Quick question. I wonder if that's the one in the memes that has all the dogs on the bed, and you can buy that bed for real. You know, how it fits like 80 million dogs. I wonder if that's what it is.
Probably. I've never seen an Alaska king in my life. They don't have them at mattress stores.
I don't know what bed it was, but I'm telling you, I
It was amazing.
I would go like this, and I couldn't touch.
Yeah, I can't sleep in a
It was
queen.
huge.
So
People
the
think
bed
I'm
that I
snobby,
bought
but-
Shoot, I
now,
sleep in a full
that's
size.
why I know this, because I went there and I'm like, what is this? And they were like, yeah, they don't sell those. Like it's special order shit.
Excuse me.
That's what I say.
So
about
it's
my
probably
men.
what you
What
had, and that
is
shit's wild.
this?
No, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That stuff so well.
All right, real quick,
Yeah.
off the thing. So I'm going to cut some of these news announcements, but I don't know if anybody, Tay Tay's back, and I'm excited. The
right,
Air
she's
Tour.
in Miami, right?
She's in the New Orleans, and she already did her 3 nights in Miami. Amazing. Final rain show because the rest of them are covered, and this is the last leg, and it's over forever.
Wait, what do you mean rain show and covered? You mean
So the stadium, so Miami, there were 2, night 1 and night 3, just perfect rain. And then when she was performing, Reputation Error, just so badass, so evil. It's such an evil error, and I love it. I love it. And Dave Portnoy was there from Barstool Sports. He's a huge Tay supporter, and she wrote him a personal letter and had it hand delivered because he's such a defender of her with Kim Kardashian, the whole Kanye thing. And then Tay is 1.76 billion. She is the highest paid musician. Kim Kardashian, her arch enemy, 1.7. But by the end of the Eras tour, I'm tracking this. Let's see who
She's going to kill it.
surpasses.
She'll probably break too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's no doubt.
And then how about Jason fangirling over her? He was at night one of the Eras tour. Mama Kels was there. Travis was obviously at practice. Jason just fangirling on New Heights, being like, she's just the best fucking person. An amazing performer. I'm worn out and she's up there performing.
That's funny.
And they caught him dancing because he likes the Do It With a Broken Heart song, and he does like this.
Yeah, he does really
He
funny.
dances like, I'm like, Jason, what are you doing? But he's so fangirling, so I thought that was really cute. And I don't know what's happening in the world, but did you guys read about the Abercrombie and Fitch thing?
I saw. I mean,
Fucking crazy.
I
I
saw
saw
the
the video.
title. The title was
I didn't
enough
see
for
that
me.
all.
I don't need
No.
to read that.
So, of course, we've been discussing Diddy on the show, but allegedly, Mike Jeffries, the former, founder, CEO, but CEO,
yeah.
his romantic partner, Matt Smith, and Jim Jacobson, the DA of New York, brought federal 16 indictments of sex trafficking and sex prostitution. What they allegedly, Jeffy, I know he's laughing, did to these boys. The drugging, I'm like, were they all like, what the fuck? Like, when do you wake up and say, like, I think I'm gonna drug people, basically allegedly rape them, and I think this is okay? What the fuck is going on?
I think when
no,
you
this
get
is fucked up.
No, it's completely fucked up. All of it's fucked up. I'm not saying any of this is right. All I'm saying is if you get to a certain point in life and you're worth $100 million and you have private jets, mansions,
not
beach
disagreeing with
houses,
that.
all this shit, at some point in time, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step?
Hold on, I'm not.
It's power. It
So
has a little
I
power.
think,
It's 110%.
like I said on this show, and I said it to Frankie privately, I don't think Diddy started out that way, right?
No,
I don't
no.
think he
I don't think
started
any
out
of them
that way.
started out that way.
But there's a fine line between power and just. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's like you have to read it in detail to know. I'm just like,
yeah, but
what the fuck?
I can't begin to understand because I don't know how it feels to have hundreds, if not thousands,
You're correct.
of
You're
women
correct.
just throwing themselves at you.
These weren't women.
You know, no, okay,
But
okay.
you get to the
Let me
women
get to what
level,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying
I'm right, yeah.
little boys throwing themselves at Diddy.
I don't want these hot chicks. I want that little.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say it.
I'm not, Frankie. By all means, I in my world, when I made a ton of money, it definitely.
Well,
does
hold on. Let
something-
Frankie finish because I know
ahead.
where you're
I'm
going.
sorry.
Yeah, so I'm saying like I don't know what that feels like first, like thousands, if not millions of fans, right?
Or even
Women.
100 beautiful women or 10
and
beautiful
then you have
women.
all these women that you just. It's like having your favorite food meal every fucking meal.
If you
Like,
want the best sushi, the best
breakfast-
steak, whatever.
yeah, breakfast, lunch, and
dinner.
You're having like the best all the time. It becomes whatever. It becomes that. You get used to it. It's like
I want something different. I want to try and dabble. Like
then-
I want a different cuisine from somewhere else, somewhere
One other
exotic.
guy. I mean, now I'm going to intertwine Diddy here. So finally came out. Jamie Foxx stayed so quiet when all that stuff happened and he had the stroke and blah blah. Well, it was because now it came out this week, allegedly, of course. Now this is all out. The charges are out, or I think the charges are out. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. He got drugged by Diddy because he was going to leak out this stuff, and he got drugged, and he finally talked about it. And what's his name? And
Wild.
I mean,
Wild.
and he had a
Wild.
stroke. Like you're putting some. This is
Wait. Stroke.
I mean, supposedly.
But
it
he was in the hospital. I mean, it was pretty. We knew something was wrong, and I didn't know why he was being so quiet about it. Well, now it kind of all intertwines. And what's his name?
Cat Williams also brought that stuff up too.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, Eminem, who else have all been Jaguar, right? But we don't know if she's,
Wild.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I know you're not.
People with
I don't
with
think
wild.
this power.
I don't.
Insane
when I hear-
power, insane
When I
money.
hear of allegedly little girls standing on the stand and they go over and pick one girl, not.
No.
That's
no,
just
no.
on another level of disgusting. Again,
Two things
allegedly.
you don't do hurt an animal and touch a kid. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
I brought it up. Like, those are the two fucking things you don't do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Two things. I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb. Two things we don't do.
I said fuck.
All right, fuck. Don't fucking touch kids. Don't fucking hurt animals.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Whatever
Anyway.
else. All right, let's get to some
All right,
like
final
anal
thing.
shit.
Real quick, we're
can I
going to the-
can I tickle Frankie's prostate yet?
She wants her daddy.
Oh, Lana Bebe. No.
You can bring her
I'm on
in.
a
Do you want to bring her
podcast.
in?
No, she's gonna be a little maniac. It's probably a
Okay.
bad idea.
Real quick, we're going to the Commanders game. Super
Yes.
excited. Commanders against the Bears, and it's going to be awesome. We're going with great people, and I just have to tell this story real quick on air. Jaden Daniels is week to week. Obviously, our backup, I always say his name wrong, Mariota, right, Frankie?
Yeah, Mariota.
Mariota, who,
The man.
so he went second in back in his day
Bro.
to the Titans.
I always loved him.
I was like, of course we have faith in him, right? We're leading points in the entire NFL. What did I say it was? I sent the right verbiage. I'm just super stoked, and we talk about this every week. But the best conversation was Frankie on the phone with me this week. If you missed it on Facebook, and this was just so raw and real. And he's like, "Okay, so meet me in Alexandria at 12:30. I'll pick you up to the normal spot. Park your car. We'll go get the wings and the potatoes." And I'm like, "For what?"
Damn.
And he's like, for the tailgate. I was like, we have to bring our own supplies to the tailgate. Hold on. And it goes silent, and he goes, welcome to Peasantville, Jessica. Because I'll be honest, besides the
Seriously.
Ravens tailgates, which they supplied everything, had blow up TVs, and one
That's
other
awesome.
tailgate, maybe I've had the VIP NFL experience my entire time in the state of Virginia.
Jessica.
Exactly.
Jessica.
She just shows up looking pretty.
Yeah, we're
I don't mean it bad. It's just
And
been,
I was like, I
I've
gotta
been
bring.
lucky.
She was like, I gotta bring stuff.
we're so blessed to be around your presence.
Make sure she knows that she has to walk to the stadium too.
You mean I have
I
to
had
wipe
to do
my
that
own
before.
ass?
I know.
Well, D and them, they always have VIP suites for years. So they took us. Then somehow I got in the owner's suite one time because my friend took me and a guy I was dating. And so it's like I've never had to go to an NFL game. Scylla always took us field passes and everything like that. So
Well, I'm sorry you're gonna be rubbing elbows with me when we sit down.
we have great
Jessica.
seats though.
With the other peasant.
I'll try to lean on the other person next to me, not you.
What time's the game?
It's a 4:30 game.
It was 1 something and they
Yeah,
changed it.
4:25.
Yeah, I'm super
I don't know
stoked.
what
Anyway,
boring game they changed.
it's gonna be a good time. Do you need the dog? Do you need to get the dog?
No, I was just texting John. He was asking about the outside noise.
Oh, okay. All right, so enough about that. I'm super stoked, Frankie. We finally get to go to a game together. Woo
Yes.
woo. I'll decide my fit that day.
Real quick. So I don't know if you know, but Derrick Henry, the running back for the Ravens,
Yes.
and Mariota were on the same team at one point.
Yes,
right?
I did.
So there was a reel where after the Ravens and Commanders game, they're all saying hi to each other. Derrick becomes like a 5-year-old child who just saw his favorite person in the world, and he was like Mariota, and he just like runs towards him.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine the 5 giant guy running towards the little tiny quarterback to give him like the world's biggest bear hug.
That's awesome.
But his voice went like super like
It was like, yeah,
pitchy.
it
He
was-
was like Mariota, my boy.
Yeah, you can tell there was love there.
I'll have to look that up.
Oh, it's on me. I'm
What,
signaling.
when they went in the locker room, and I forget who said it. It might have been Quinn. I don't know who said it. He said, what was great is he didn't talk about himself at all. This team is all about team, the cohesiveness, about being family, backing each other up. It was never about how well he did because he did once he got his pace, he did a great job. And let's not mention 82.
Oh yeah,
So 82.
So the rookie tight end who scored his
Sanote,
first
he
touchdown.
caught a touchdown, and Cliff came out, the offensive coordinator, and he said, well, it was awesome. That was his first touchdown, and that play that the tight ends named themselves was called the Taylor Swift. So I said, my love for the Commanders just elevated. So
So the tight ends named the play the Taylor Swift.
Taylor
So he
Swift.
pretended to be a popcorn concession stand and then transformed into a player to catch the ball.
that made me so happy. It made me so happy that he's a fan and on that level, and they named a play all the tight ends on our team. That makes me so happy. They're proper.
And it's cool to have a team that's actually
Very
fun to
dour.
watch now. I mean, it's been years and years and years and years.
Are you a
and
fan?
Years. Yes, I'm a Redskins fan.
Commanders
Washington
fan.
football's. Well, I'm getting
Commanders
through
fan.
the
Jason's a
Redskins
Steelers fan.
Redskins fan, Washington football team fan, and now
Okay,
a Commanders
fair.
fan.
Okay,
That's what
fair.
I'm getting at. That's all that I meant by that.
Okay.
I
You're not
like
one of
their-
those that needs to
no.
live in the
Oh,
past.
they're still always going to beat her.
hate it.
No. I was a Redskins fan. I was a Washington football team's fan. I'm now a Commanders fan.
All right, guys, let's get into some anal.
Thankfully,
At
God,
least,
I
you
need to
know,
get
play
laid.
around a little bit.
All right, Julio, get up. Stand up.
I know.
Let's go, Daddy.
Are we each gonna be
Wait, are we
presenting how each, you know?
I thought we were
You
supposed
know-
to test each other out.
Are we
and-
combining topics? Cheating.
No, I'm gonna go.
Cheating
With,
men.
I'm gonna go. We'll
and
spend
cheating on your anal partner.
since John's afforded me just a little bit. John's been up 20, and John, we want to wish John's wife well if she listens in. We hope you get better soon, Tracy. John's been up for 24 hours, but she, I guess, was moved, so we have a little more grace, but he's so tired. So I figure we'll give this topic about 10 minutes, which I'm sure it'll go haywire, and then get into cheating, and then end with the giraffes.
All right.
Let's go. Let's get into the dirty.
So I was sitting there researching, of course, sex. I learned more about sex each week researching this show than I thought I was very well educated. And I found this article on sex trends. And so basically, I mean, a part of it was, you know, sexual mindfulness. People are being super mindful about when they're having sex, which I actually agree with if you read all about it. And then open intimacy, about talking about what they want and this, that, and the other. Sex toys are getting smarter, so AI with sex toys, which I feel like Jason could do a whole
Sex
episode of
robots.
that.
I'm shocked by that. I'm still with the old school shit.
I'm still with a human.
Yeah. I'm not fucking a robot. I did see a meme where it was like my little iRobot that Elon Musk is, revealing or whatever. There was a meme with I asked my iRobot for the 5th time this drive for Roadhead, and it gave me this look, like as a joke. But
Oh my God.
I'm still old school.
yeah,
Old faithful.
I will
Psych.
say I got a little fucking cock
do you
sleeve
get-
that I put on my
wait.
vibrator, and
Hold
it's
on.
great.
You use a vibrator to masturbate? That's
So
what you're-
it's the Hitachi wand is like a knuckle. It's like a
no,
head.
for you to masturbate.
Yes. Can I
Stop
finish,
it.
please? Can I
Oh,
finish?
God, yes.
So
please.
it's the Hitachi wand, and then it has an attachment that has basically like a cup that fits over top, and it's a cock sleeve, and it's probably about this big, so it fits more than half of my cock inside. Well, it fits all of my cock inside of it because I'm very small. But basically, you turn it on, and it's just a little sleeve.
Does it go like that?
Well,
Oh.
you have to do that, or I
Okay,
just
that's
like
kinda
you
old
know
school.
just set it down and just like fucking dry hump my bathroom sink,
much
which is how it goes down.
So much work to masturbate. Jeez.
Boy, it feels fucking amazing, bro. My hand feels great, but like, okay, so I was thinking about this the other day when I was jerking off, right?
Well, Jason, have you done the thing
you-
where you like make your hand fall asleep first?
No, I don't do the.
I've had that
No,
happen.
but to not take this too long, right? So when you're jerking off, and you like truly from a woman's standpoint, can I have that water bottle? Do you mind, Jessica? Or I can get this can because it's more like my cock. I'm kidding. It's way smaller. Anyways,
monster.
so as you're like masturbating, right?
Oh my
And
God.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, Frankie, and I'm gonna make this short, right?
What makes you think I know this stuff?
Give me, because you jerk off. You ever jerked off before?
Not to with machines and all that stuff.
Have you ever masturbated before with your own hand in your dick? Okay, what I'm getting at, give me 25 seconds. As you jerk off, once you start to ejaculate, you start to loosen your grip and you can't feel all of it. When you're inside a vagina, that vagina is literally from the tip to the shaft. The entire thing is inside that vagina. It's encased, right? Your cock is encased inside a vagina. Am I
Jason,
wrong?
I'll help you run a sex toy company. You'd be the best
Am I
demo
wrong?
person.
So what happens as you masturbate and you start to ejaculate and you start to loosen up your grip because you're like, oh fuck, and then blah 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 blah.
I see what-
Right, like that whole fucking thing. You loosen up your grip, but you're also only on the tip at that point because that's where it feels good. I've never ejaculated all the way down, like it's at the tip. So when you go to toys, it feels better because it's more surface area and more friction on your cock or penis or
And
whatever
the tightness is consistent.
shaft, whatever you want to say. Exactly, it's more consistent. Thank you.
John Burnley goes, that's
Truly.
a damn job. I'm
Truly.
reading off the YouTube chat. That's a damn
It's
job.
right. So that's what I'm getting at. So with the toy, it's basically a sleeve that's like this. And yes,
Like, I
it
have
sucks.
2 jobs. I'm a part-time masturbator.
Yes, but it sucks. So it's basically a sleeve like this, and you basically hook the vibrator on the bottom of it, and then you just, well, as depressing as this sounds, I just watch some porn and put it on the counter, and then I fuck my sink. By sink, I mean I hold it on the sink and then fuck it, but it's still like friction all the way through, and I find that I shoot further and it feels better. So that's why masturbation is not as good as, in a true note, as great as your hand feels. And what I've tried like the 2-hand motion, like it just doesn't feel the same, because once I start to feel the tingles and the warmth, I loosen up my grip a little bit.
Bro, you're that dude that American Pie was made for, that movie. Oh, you're that dude that sticks.
Did you fuck a pie?
I would try it.
See, yeah.
But the problem with a pie is, let's think about it. Let's be logical. Once you start fucking pounding the pie, it's just going to separate and open up. And also, too, it's only this big, like it's only this deep. I'm not like fucking the pie diagonal.
All right,
like,
stop, Jason. Jason, you're that
getting
dude that
turned on?
you're that dude that puts peanut butter on your dick and you let your dog eat
Whoa. There's a line. There's a line. Let's not go there. There's a line. There's a line.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no.
Okay, so holy shit. I just got this.
Throwing facts out there is dudes that masturbate. That's all. It's simple. That's a penis.
Dying.
I'll
This
be
is
left
great.
hand, right hand. That's it. I'm not
Yeah.
and actual sex. I'm not doing all this stuff, intricate stuff to
So, all right, in all
bust a nut.
fairness, I do know guys do. I'll be fair. Guys do. That was a great descriptive detail.
Thank you.
And you should start a
Jason's
sex toy.
Toys, not
I'm-
sponsored by
I'm-
Lifestyle Network.
John, can we get some
Let's
napkins?
get a
Can we get
sex
some
toy
napkins and towels here,
distributor
please?
online right after this, because I'll go help you do the parties, because we'll make a ton of money. And I'm all about money. So another one was about fantasies and how different. So sex fantasies was another sex trend. But it was interesting that guy sex fantasies are oral sex, sex with a stranger, sex with someone that isn't their partner. Imagine fucking that. And women, it's public places. I can say that's true. Romantic sex and passionate sex, which made me fucking sad that that's a fantasy for women, but it actually fucking is, because men
Your
are
fantasy is to have an orgasm.
like, please be romantic with me in bed. Like, make love to me. But I go back to that one show where you guys asked me fucking making love, and I'm like, I think I've been made love to, like, actually once in my entire life. And I guess my other
but doesn't
question.
that go in hand with like movies and the kissing and all that romantic stuff women love?
All right, real quick, Liz, you're awesome. She thought you actually needed napkins, talking about jerking off, and Liz literally has napkins. No, we're good.
No, we don't
It's
need
Frankie
napkins.
was going to jerk
a
off, but he's
joke.
not going to anymore because we're not allowed to in Wild Style. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't.
She has napkins for you, bro. She literally has napkins.
I'm sorry. She was. Yeah, I
get it
heard
on
Frankie
Julio's
saying you need
camera?
napkins. I didn't hear the conversation. My bad.
And Gold Bond ready.
Oh, God. Lana, be
you go.
careful, baby. Be careful.
Here you go.
Wow.
Why are you napkins, dude?
She says this guy has
ready
a
to say hi to Daddy.
No, it's okay.
Hi.
We can go. I
wow.
don't want to.
The amount of
I
napkins,
say Daddy, and she's like, fucking.
Jason. The amount of napkins she brought was
watch
like
out.
this guy has
Come
not
on,
busted a nut in a
come on.
while.
Oh, she sit down.
You can fill this cup, baby.
So,
Can we
my
go back to the
question
four?
is-
The four that you just mentioned.
What?
The what you just listed off. Can you
All
list
right,
them
well,
off one more time?
Men were oral sex, sex with a stranger, and sex someone that isn't their partner. Women were public places, and romantic or passionate sex, which I thought was sad that that's their fantasy, but I can totally understand, because maybe that would be mine if I actually thought that would happen. And then I was kind of like, do you guys have one?
So
Whatever happened to like a threesome?
it's cool. They're great. They're awesome.
Because I think that's
but
so common
no,
now.
yeah.
I honestly believe, Julio, that is actually more common, and so it's no longer. It's so.
It
out
does
in the
sound
open.
very common
You
now.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're going hard, fucking a Waffle House. Let's go, dude.
You're going to go hard.
Yeah.
I'll digress on a Waffle House,
So
dude.
with the oral, to me, like I've had 2 experiences since I've been single, and if oral is so important, and I watched the porn, it was kind of hot, but it's about, are you doing it because it pleasures you, or are you doing it because it pleasures me? So when I go down on a woman, I enjoy it because I truly enjoy going down on a woman. I love every aspect of it. I love the smell, the taste, the feel, the moans,
Here we
the
go.
twitching. I'm going to keep it short.
And then when you suck dick, is because you enjoy it or because a guy enjoys it?
It's because I get $20 every time I fucking do it. Daddy got to get paid, dog.
Only 20?
Daddy got to get. I like the.
If you were a 10, you'd make way more.
That's if I didn't have a dad.
charges
bod,
more for the
right?
wand.
If I wasn't. If I didn't have that.
That's still the funny.
So I enjoy the oral aspect of it. I understand from a woman's standpoint because I feel like a lot of men have to feel aggressive, feel alpha, feel tough, feel whatever they are to not satisfy a woman. And I'm not saying that a woman doesn't like.
I think everyone here though likes doing it for a woman.
I 110%. I do.
I mean, both.
When you're giving oral, it's more about like it's not like oh my god, or is it you like to do it or
both. I like to do it, but she has to enjoy it. I don't like those women who don't moan, who don't get into it.
No, give me the fucking feel. Yeah. When you put your hand on the back of my head and thrust your hips up into me, like, and I can feel that you feel what I'm
bro,
doing.
You're making me pleasure. You're too much eye contact, bro. Bro, look away.
Hey, John. Guys, time out real quick. They're saying a viewer texted me that my mic is really low. It's coming across.
Yeah, buddy,
low.
I already talked to him. Already does this.
Buddy.
Yeah, I already take
and
care
buddy,
of something.
I will text you after. But thank you so much. I'll definitely text you after the game. It's going to be my sidekick here, Frankie, and I. So I'll text you. We'll chat. Thank you, buddy. You're the best. And thanks for letting me know about my mic. I appreciate that. To answer your question, Jason, about women, I think oral, and I think we've touched on this before. I mean, some women like doing oral, some don't. Yeah. I will say I definitely am one that does. I've always said that out loud on this show. I do it to pleasure a man. Because for me, there's part of that that's about control. Mm-hmm. There's some get off for me about control of that. And actually knowing I feel like I do it well and knowing that I can take that person there. Does that make sense? It's complete control and complete.
Same thing that men feel.
So, but I also understand that like having a penis ticking your mouth, it's a lot different than guys going down on girls. I mean, the actual physical.
You literally have something shoving in the back of your throat. I can't brush my teeth without that.
It's not that. I mean, your jaw, but I mean, I'm not trying to be facetious here. It is a very two different things. So I can actually understand. And then you have men that aren't courteous and they're just blowing loads in women's mouths. And I'm not trying to be gross and vulgar by saying that, but you know, that's a conversation.
Or the hand on the back of the head, and they're trying to thrust in you, and you're not comfortable with it.
That's not okay. These are like a standard. Someone's giving you a blowjob. If you want to go further than that, at some point,
communication.
Obviously, a woman needs to speak up.
I have a question for you, for you as a female.
Sure.
So when a woman gives head to a dude, whether she does or not, does it mean something? Does it mean you give head to? Because you just don't give head to everybody, right? Do you usually give head to someone you feel connected to, or? Like, what's the main reason women like to actually do this? Because they enjoy it? Or?
I find the pleasure in somebody I have connection to. I'm not going to say I've never done it on a one night stand or something like that. I mean, it's not something I do now with just anybody ever, and it's not something I went in going, I'm just going to give you a blowjob, dude. Like, no, I've never been that sort. But I don't. I think it all depends, girl to girl, and whether a girl likes it or not, and likes doing it. You know, and that's why I always go back to if you like receiving, vice versa, right? That's sexual appetite, and it matters.
I mean,
that's why I always say that.
I think it's hot when a woman when a woman gives me a head.
Sure.
Especially like, I mean, it makes me feel like such a man. Like one of the hottest thing a woman did for me was like, I mean, she sat me down, right? She sat me down, and she was like. She goes, I'm about to suck that dick because you deserve it. You're such a hardworking
When they
man.
push you back in the chair.
She said that stuff to me.
You down.
That to a woman, I'm telling you,
that's
there's
control.
two things.
I was like, dude, I mean,
that's one thing too.
Like,
it's hot.
Whether it was just for whatever, I feel like.
But that is
so
the control of it, because you can, as a woman, you know, you have complete control over a man. Period. It's not a mean thing. It's it's hot.
And then Jess, on your other topic with the passion behind sex for women, and that's what they find attractive.
That's their fantasy. So I said that's really sad that women, and these were partners, these weren't just single people, it was a gamut, that women are starving. It has to be a fantasy for romantic and passionate sex, and that makes me sad. So it makes me sad because I can say I haven't really had it my whole life, and not saying I had bad sex, I just haven't had that.
Passionate. So from a man's standpoint, well, I guess certain men, they want to dominate. They want to feel alpha. They want they want to throw you around, choke you, gag you, whatever it is. that connection's not there. And I get that. Like, even with my ex, like, we had really good sex, and with other women that I've had pleasure with, I'm not the aggressive alpha with it. I'm more passionate. I'm more caring. I'm more making sure that they're satisfied. And I've gotten, and this is not a job application, I don't want any DMs sliding in at Jason is the joking on Instagram. Hit me up, joking. It's more so.
You're doing a lot of gagging over there, buddy.
What I'm getting at is, I get it. Like, it's women don't get treated with the
It's not
sweet.
that.
It's like the sweet, passionate sex, and not so much the pounding and throwing around and like 7 minutes
And
of
I
just
feel like
hardcore and it's over.
I feel like those women, those are in relationships, and I'm going to go to the anal thing so we can get to the cheat. John, how am I with time for you? Be honest. Okay.
You're good.
All right. Just cue me up. What was I saying?
We were
about
talking about the romantic part.
Yeah.
But the way
Romantic
I
part for
thought,
women.
the way I took it when they
they're
said
in
that.
because romantic sex is like it's. I feel like men should go watch Love Stories because it is that way. And then one time I remember it really being that one time the same guy that broke my fucking heart, dickhead.
But I
set up
think-
candles. Be sweet.
Jessica,
with
am I
it.
wrong?
It's the togetherness of when
Plan an
you're doing
entire
intimacy.
day. Plan an entire
It's
day
the eye
of
contact.
something.
That's what I'm saying.
And then have fun at the end of the night with the eye contact, with the love, with the connection that we've spent with dinner time, with a movie, with a walk, whatever it is. It's not just, hey, come over, let's watch a movie and
That's
let's
how I
fuck
took
halfway
it.
through
That's
the
how I
movie.
took it. The
Okay,
romantic,
hold on. I want to hear
Yeah.
what Frank
like
has
the
to say.
romantic fantasy that how, that women envision. I just didn't think of
A
it as
movie.
like. I
it's-
didn't think about like the intimacy.
But
like,
it's also
I thought
about-
it was like everything. Like
It is.
like
The
the,
build-up.
flowers on the bed,
Like
the
the date
champagne,
night,
the
the build-up
music,
to it.
the mood,
Or
For
even
me-
at noon, pick them up, and then you fuck at 7 o'clock.
For
so
me,
from
it's
noon
that
to 7,
feeling.
It's,
It's
the
that
whole
connection.
vibe.
It's the touching of the face, not like pulling my
Yeah.
fucking hair. And I think women lack. I know I lack
It's
that.
that delicateness, right?
A nice,
That- yeah.
soft bottom
Tell
lip
it.
bite. Girl, fuck. Yeah, can you bring those napkins?
I know, right?
And then
John,
the
camera
other,
off me.
The other trend. Jason's gonna get his sleeve out and
I know his machine's gonna be running.
Oh, it's already ready, dude.
Okay.
It's sitting under hot water right now,
So,
warming up for me at
the
my house.
final sex trend, because I do want to get to
Fucking
the
anal.
cheating because we had to leave off last time. What was the anal?
Was the anal.
And I died laughing because I knew Julio would just fucking love this, and I did find out.
Apparently, I like anal.
No,
No, I don't like taking it up in
Maybe.
the ass. I mean,
I'm not a
well, not
fan.
yet.
but I did find out by the end of this article that you can get an anal beginner's kit if you like anal too. So
We need to make
Tell me
sex
more,
toys
tell me
together and
more.
market
exploring
it.
anal play, and there's three that women absolutely love, men too, but women really like it, and
Showering.
I can co-sign this. Oh wait,
Yeah,
and-
take the
and
camera
wait,
off me,
wait, real
John.
quick.
You don't want to see.
wait, real quick. They also talked about in this, not only women, but how the prostate in men is overlooked, right?
110%.
So the prostate in men is overlooked. 34% of men never attempted for their prostate to be stimulated. 35% have tried anal, which surprised me.
How much? 35.
35%. And 4 out of 5.
But we're talking about heterosexual
4
men.
out of 5 men have never even like thought about
We're
it.
talking about heterosexual men.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then
I'm sorry, I interrupt you. What percentage hasn't never tried it?
50.
34% has never attempted it.
Okay.
35% have tried anal, and then the rest are, I guess, in the gamut. And 4 out of 5 men have never even thought about it. But what I liked about this article and thought of Julio,
I don't know.
I don't recall.
Poppy.
I don't know.
I'm so
Is that why
curious.
my ass hurts right now?
40%
Is that why your ass always hurts every time you hang out with Jessica?
I know. Right? I can never sit up straight like the next day.
Mommy.
mommy.
Mommy
loosening-
and Papi. Holy cow.
I'm loosening
This
up a
is
little bit right
amazing.
now.
Call me
So
daddy.
what's your question
Call
for
me
us?
daddy.
What
Julio.
do you-
Call me daddy.
So, Jessica, what do you want to know
Excuse
about?
me, I want him to call me daddy.
Call her
Right,
daddy,
Call me
dude.
daddy.
Do it.
Daddy cougar.
Daddy.
No, I don't like the word cougar. You ruined it.
Bobcat.
All right, so anyway,
You're wearing the
So, what would you
ears.
like to know? What would you like
Okay.
to know about us wanting stuff up our
40%
buttholes?
said of women said they like anal surfacing, and I agree with this 100%.
Feels
It's-
amazing.
It's baller, and it's divided into 3 categories. And would you like to tell us the first one, Julio?
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la.
Because we did a whole show on shallowing, and if you don't know what shallowing is,
Just like
you'll
licking?
just have to go look it up and then listen back to
Yeah,
Drive
it's just
Call
like
Jess.
looking around
Yeah,
there.
rimming. So like a rim job.
Like a rim job?
But it's
Yeah.
not, it's just going around, and women love it, and it is such
Yeah,
a tease, and
tossing
it will
salad.
make you come, and I promise you, it
Remember
works,
when you used to
gentlemen.
get shit for eating ass?
You know what, though?
No, I don't think there's a. Our friends always put it on their club sign: "Live fast, eat ass" in DC. I love
Exactly.
it.
Well, to me, that turns me on too.
Yeah.
Like if it's like the woman's riding me, and then I go reach around and play with the
Play with it. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets turned up, and it turns me on so
Yeah.
much too.
Does it?
Yeah.
big
It's
Is it because they just get really wet, or it turns you on to
It's
do it?
everything because it turns her on, and
it's watching
just-
her get excited when
yeah,
you
but
just
it
like
also
play
just
with
feels,
it a little bit.
It just feels.
You like the
I
feeling?
So sweet,
yeah,
so
like I just
soft.
like
You know
it.
what's really funny? A man, there. So this is the weirdest thing I'll ever tell you guys. So right here, this skin on a man, right here, that, like, I'm obsessed with it. I used to lean over to my
Which part,
ex-boyfriend,
Jess? Which part?
like right here. It's the weirdest thing. No, I have to touch it, the feel of it. That's what I'm saying. It's
She
the
likes
feel
to
of
bite
it.
it, nibble on it.
And then the other one was anal pairing, which women like, which was inside and outside at the same time. So a little bit of penetration while doing the clit thing. And then what was the other one? Anal, was that the surfacing where it's a little bit of penetration, not deep? There was another one. I didn't write it right. You guys read the article.
Ulu had it. Yeah, Ulu
I
had it.
used your phone for it. My phone is like dead.
Like light prostate tickling or
No, it was. This is all women
No,
stuff.
it's
Oh,
terms.
women's
There's
stuff,
like a
okay.
term
Well,
for it.
women also have the G spot. to
Well,
my
men and
knowledge.
women, but I
Yeah.
mean, you guys have the prostate. We have
Yeah.
like the problem with men with
Here it is.
anal.
I got it.
Okay, anal
So
pairing.
anal pairing. Okay, I think you meant to say shallowing, but you put anal swallowing.
I said shallowing. Oh.
It's not like, that's when she like sits on your face. And
And then anal surfacing.
Okay, so that was it. It's like surface.
Yes.
Then shallowing was a little bit in, like
little bit.
shallowing. That's right. And then the pairing was in.
you actually put a finger in there.
The
and
vajay
then-
and the.
So I like playing like the surface like on a woman, right? And then I'll go as much as maybe like just like an inch.
The tip,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
to
but
get it in.
I'm not a dude to stick my whole finger
No, I'm
up
not
the ass.
shoving it up
Yeah.
unless she
Yeah, but
feels
women-
just the
Like-
tip.
Women
depends
don't
on the
like
partner.
women don't like that. Like 100% high level speaking. High level speaking, women don't want the whole finger. Like everything they said in there is 100% true. And the problem with anal sex is, we talked about this off air, is it's great. Most men are just shoving it in there, and that can't happen.
Yeah,
Like,
most guys
They
are
get
just.
excited and they're like, "Oh, let me
Yeah.
just boom, no
Yeah.
finger, no half finger, no
The
nothing,
guy has
just
to have
spit
some
and
kind
go."
of. The
Yeah.
man has to have self control.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what. I mean, me personally, I can come by just if I stick that much into a girl, like I'll come. You know,
It's-
yeah. That's how much
The
it turns me
arousal
on.
that they make
Yeah.
and the faces and the sounds that they make is fucking incredible.
But that's what it takes as a dude. You have to be, take a step back. Like sometimes pull out. Like, all right, give me a sec. You know?
oh my God! Now we have demos of the male.
Anal
Did
stretching.
you get this
the
off of
most
Jason's
effect-
website?
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is my personal website.
Anal canal anatomy. Wow.
All
Guys,
right, so back
to
to the
my
pro-
audience out there, I'm sorry.
Let's go to the prostate.
I'm kidding,
thing.
Don. I love you.
Let's go to the prostate. thing.
No, I mean, I think women have
The
a G spot,
prostate
men
state.
also have a G spot, and they're both equally, I think, the best orgasms each other have. I think men just have a stigma because it's a stigma for them, and it shouldn't be.
To
It
me-
shouldn't be.
Okay, so for me, it's not a stigma. It's just that I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied just like I'm already satisfied. I don't need to find another level of pleasure.
See,
How
I
do you
do.
know?
I'm good where I'm at
I'm
How do you
game.
know?
because I don't feel the need
Have you
for
ever
it.
had a girl?
All right, so I had a girl lick my asshole.
I've had,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but I'm saying that's, and then I did have a girl like stick her pinky. Like, I don't know how much of her pinky.
I've been
But I didn't
pegged.
feel-
I'm toys. I'm all
Yeah,
fucking
but I never.
for it.
But the
dude.
thing
Let
is
them
that
say- I wanna
I was
hear
like kind of laughing at when it was happening because I was like, I really
What
didn't
is
feel.
that? What
I
is
didn't
that?
feel much. It wasn't pleasurable to me. It wasn't like I felt nothing.
You got to
It
get
wa-
up there.
It wasn't like, oh my god, this feels good, or it hurts. Nothing. I felt nothing. In fact, I was thinking like, maybe I don't feel anything because my hemorrhoids might be flared up.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
What else was going on? She just wasn't doing that. Was
no,
she
we were
like
69.
oral?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we were
she was
69,
okay.
like on 69.
Yeah.
So I guess she said, "Oh, what is this?"
Sometimes
popped it
69ing
in.
is so annoying. Anyway,
So
I
was
think
like,
69 is a challenge. My goal is to satisfy you more so you can't satisfy me. Like, I want to do everything that I possibly can so your mouth comes off of my cock and you're just fucking enjoying
Fair.
yourself. That's my goal
That's
in me
fair.
69.
yeah.
"Hey, are you telling me that, or are you telling the audience that, bro?" Like,
I'm
right.
making
Eye
eye
contact.
contact with you right now. That's my goal.
You boys.
But
You're
back to the
cheating on
prostate
Julio.
stuff.
Wait, have you had a finger in your ass?
I'm trying to remember.
no, I've had a fist.
I've had two, Jazz. No.
You've had two fingers or like two
I'm trying to
different?
remember. Like, I
Have you had
can't.
Jason's fingers in your ass?
No, I would remember that.
I got some big hands.
It's a joke.
Exactly.
I don't
It's a joke,
remember, but
audience,
I don't
'cause
remember, but I found a ring.
something.
Jason's cock ring.
It's very small.
Yeah, like that's another thing. I just
So
my level of like, I don't even have really any kinks. Like my level of satisfaction, I don't need I don't need all that extra stuff.
I feel like a cock ring is something that older men use because it takes them. It's hard for them to stay
That's called
stimulated.
Viagra, Jason.
And you can also use cock rings. I've done the research.
I've
for
done
it,
that.
but-
I mean, I've had so some of this shit with people, they just do it because I think they need to do
Yeah.
it and explore. I'm like, if I explore something, I do it once. I'm like, yeah, I like or don't like, check it off the box. If I like it, I'm bringing that pony show back in. With toys, I'm very specific, and most of the shit, I'm like, it's just a bunch of shit, so people think they're cool because they
Yeah.
say they can do it. And I'm
I think Rihanna said it best when she said that chains and whips excite me.
whips and chains excite. I may be
no, no,
bad,
no.
but
Rihanna,
I'm
that's her name.
perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, baby, I love the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
Oh, la, la, come on.
All right, Jason, you're dying to talk about prostate, and we got to move on to cheating, so say it.
I mean, yeah, I've had fingers up my butt. I've had toys up my butt. I've had a strap on up my butt. I mean, it's cool.
You have?
Yeah, it's cool. I've been pegged.
I mean, but does it?
A lot of
so
more
let me
guys-
ask you this then.
Okay.
Do you feel that
quiet
that
while he
it's like more pleasurable? Is this like? Do you feel like it was like, yeah, that was worth it. I felt like I came better than ever.
Yeah, 110%.
Yeah, a lot of men
Yeah,
who
bro.
have say
No bullshit.
100%. There's a G spot up there.
110%.
I've
She
had
was
other guys.
from behind pegging me and giving me a hand job while it was going down, and it was fucking incredible.
I love that
Absolutely
Jason just
incredible.
throws this out
Okay,
into
so
the
I've
world.
got
me
nothing to hide.
personally,
It's like when he busts a nut, just
it
throws
doesn't-
No, and that was the other thing too on that. Like, there was another time that she was stimulating my prostate without doing anything with my cock, and I was about to come. Like, I was on the verge of
Oh,
coming.
yeah, you
and
don't have to do anything.
She was edging me with my prostate, and that was fucking wild.
Wild, yeah.
I never came. Nothing ever happened, and I would like to relive that moment because it was obviously with my ex. But it was fucking awesome, dude. It was awesome.
No, I think it is
Incredible.
One of the most.
You got to take
a
time.
lot
though.
of
It doesn't
guys-
happen within like 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Like it takes stimulation.
Frankie's
it takes
asleep
teasing.
by then. He's tired.
It's
He's
fun-
old.
But
You know
it's
what?
but it's
Isn't
it's the
Let him
best
ask you
fucking
questions.
feeling. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's the best fucking feeling I've ever had, dude. It was wild.
I just think it's funny how he says you got to take your time, right? This and that. But the guy wants to just jam the dick up the girl's ass.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Right? It's like
It's so fucking. It's so fucking true.
now, it doesn't interest me. I have no curiosity
And that's
to trying
fine.
it.
I think when women have good anal and men actually let go of the stigma, and I'm not talking about, I mean, what he's saying can be aggressive for some people. Some of the things he said, and it's no offense to you.
No, none taken.
But like prostate stimulation, like is undersold with men, and I think it's get past any
There's a
stigma.
stigma for that,
And
yeah.
women, if you have somebody that knows how to do that properly, most women I know say it's one of the best orgasms ever.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure thing, right? It's a pleasure thing.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's
So
a pleasure
good.
thing. But for me personally, it
And that's fine.
it doesn't arouse me,
Yeah.
it doesn't interest me, and I just can't picture myself, like
No, I get
in
it.
pleasure with something up my ass.
I'll be the first one to tell, and it's going to be hard for my next girlfriend being like, hey, maybe watch these podcasts, maybe don't watch these podcasts, but like your future hubby is a fucking freak. Like, it's going to be hard for me, but
So Thailand,
I'm a very
he's
sexual
like,
person.
Thailand, here I come.
Bangkok. Bangkok.
All right, so getting on to men cheating, because I think we can get through this.
You won't even have a watch on.
I know I do. I do it all the time.
It's a thing she does.
I do
just
it
so- yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
Frankie,
I'm
and then
just
make
fucking
fun
with
of me.
you. I
No.
love it. I'm like, okay, what time is it?
I
I'm
think
trying to
Jeff-
see your time.
I think Jeff called me out on it. All right,
I do that, Jess. You know I do that too.
do you?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
All right, I won't call you out anymore. I'm
all
sorry.
right. Men cheat, and we wanted to do men cheat more. We tried to get to this last week. We almost missed our boat again, but we can tie an anal and everything in with this too. I mean, fuck it.
Why can't we do
Let's
both?
talk about the person that told you this. You tell it. I'm going to reiterate it back verbatim but kind of tell how that led up to this conversation with this woman.
Yeah, so I had a friend of mine who was having a conversation, right, with this
Female
dude.
or male? Oh, female?
female
Okay.
friend.
Okay.
And the guy was telling her, because she's looking for, a solid relationship, monogamy, just, the whole nine. She wants, solid relationship.
Partner.
Partner, yeah. But the guy was telling her that, there's no such thing as a dude who's going to be faithful.
No.
He says, he said all men cheat.
No.
Whether it's different levels, right? It could be like cheating all the time, or it could be like boys trip, somewhere or for work, and then has it, fucks around over there and then comes back and like nothing. And if that's not happening, then if the dude's not the one cheating, then the woman's the one doing the cheating. So she should be comfortable with that and accept it.
No.
And just be comfortable knowing that her man's
pause
gonna
No, I'm gonna
step
speak
out,
real quick.
step out of the relationship. And she was upset because she was like, "What kind of mentality is that?"
So you texted me this,
Yeah.
so you were like, Jess, listen to this. So I just took from the text, all men cheat, so just accept it. If a man isn't, then the woman in the relationship is. But and then she should never feel bad if she's cheating, because he was like basically like, he's definitely cheating on you. You just don't know, so don't feel bad about cheating.
Yeah.
That shook me. I was shook up.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
That
really
kind of
shook
pisses me
up.
off, to be honest.
Well, it upset me because look, I'm not going to babysit fucking anybody, right? But
correct.
I'll be quick to break up. I'll break my own heart before I let someone fucking be an asshole, a narcissist, cheat on. I don't care. But I don't want a man. I don't want to say, oh, it's cool. Like, go fuck people. Like, I'm not down with that. I'm not down with betrayal. And to say that kind of freaked me out because men see other men, right? And I've heard this rhetoric from men before. And then to say, if not women cheat. Well, I know a lot of loyal women. And then to say, don't feel bad if you do it, sends such a message to like women who already, and I'm not getting into the masculine, feminine. I'm just saying, already struggle enough, I think, nowadays with developing trust with men because of social media and all the bullshit that goes around, right? Are you okay?
Yeah, John's just
He's
waving at
blowing
me.
kisses, and I'm tearing them up as he's blowing them.
Oh, why? Tell us the inside joke, guys. You've been
The whole anal thing.
exchanging glances all night. Uh-oh.
Because he owes me change from the last 20 I gave him.
And then, so real quick, because I do, before we get in discussion,
I just got that.
Are we not on YouTube?
That was the blowjob.
Shh.
now.
Are we not on?
We're almost done.
We'll be done shortly, Liz. Like 20 minutes.
We are on YouTube.
20 minutes. Shh. Oh,
There's
no.
a puppy party in here. That's what's going
Sorry,
on.
guys. We have a puppy party in here, which is perfectly okay. They're just very excited right now. Real quick, before we get into discussion, we had a lot of Facebook feedback from this, and I really appreciate it, guys. I wish John Burling was still on because I'm going to burn his fucking ass. But Mike M said, not all men cheat. He said, I promise.
No.
Laura
not.
said, been cheated on, still believes not all men cheat. Laura, who's usually on. I love her. She was bummed today on Facebook, and we just want to, she's one of our top fans, and just say, we love you. Fuck who's ever fucking you over, and you're a badass bitch. So fuck them. You'll find better. Who gives a fuck? Polly, it's too hard to cover your tracks when cheating. I agree. I think women cover them way better. Men fuck it up all the time. Joel said, don't listen to anecdotal statements and apply them to half the world, like saying all women are irrational, which I thought was kind of funny. Yuli said, once a cheater, always a cheater. I disagree with that.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Hold on. Chris, who you know as well. Chris said, been cheated on, and he said, but he let the wrong girls in, sabotaged the good ones. He said, I'm dating older. I'm gonna start dating older because the younger women just like basically suck, which I don't agree with or not agree with. It doesn't matter. It's all in who the person you're picking. And our good old John Burnley.
He's on responding to us right now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. And I couldn't find my screenshot of your comment, and I had a lot of different business channels going on today. But only true if women are not handling business at home. What the fuck? John, literally defend yourself.
Yeah, I can't. John, I'm sure you're solid, bro, but I can't.
Come on, dude.
I can't.
Before you first of all, you should never, ever, ever cheat. And I honestly, in my heart of hearts, do
split.
not believe John is a cheater.
up.
Can you clarify what John, please?
Oh, John.
Not you, John. Not John.
I know, but it
helping
sounds
us.
so awful every
Not
time she
assistant
she
John.
says it.
We're good.
Not you cheating, John. The other John.
The other cheating John.
faithful
John.
Not John Caniford, my AV guy who runs this show. Not John Caniford, John Burnley, who we adore. But I read that and my blood was boiling because I'm like, first of all, you should be communicating. We should be asking good questions, get a good partner, be communicating. We're grown ass fucking adults.
So
We shouldn't be in relationships that we're going to cheat. And to say you're not getting it at home, so I'm going to go fuck somebody else.
I think he means like when he says like, you know, make daddy a sandwich and daddy doesn't get a sandwich, then
If daddy
because
is
it
a
goes
good
cheap.
boy, I'll give you a sandwich. I don't mind making the sandwich. Anyway.
Can you please bring those towels back?
Different show. So John, come on. I know better. Please defend yourself on here so I can love you more like I did before I read that comment. Because that's never okay. So guys, since you're guys and I'm not, I have a lot of stats here, but I want you guys to talk because I would love to listen because it kind of shook me as a woman and made me less likely to ever want to be with a man again, except for my sweet little Oshi. And when I say be with, I mean hang out.
Personally, I think someone who thinks that way and actually expresses it to a woman, I think they just want to manipulate to get them used to like, look, I'm going to be cheating on you because they're a cheater.
Mm.
You know, plain and simple. So,
But she wasn't dating her, so to put that
yeah, but
to put that in a woman's mind is really damn. I don't think you guys realize the impact men. Sometimes things my male friends even say, you guys say to me, have such an impact on us that you're not going to even see for months and months to come. So, you know, I think it's
but for
really
someone-
detrimental to say to a woman.
it's manipulative. It's a way. It's a way.
Gaslighting
Scott, you
in
want
a
to
way.
jump on?
It's the way they think. You know
So
what I'm
it's.
saying?
I've never cheated. I've been cheated on twice. First time was with my girlfriend in high school at 16, and then the last time was with my ex. I don't know, like personally with cheating, is it flirting? Is it kissing? Is it oral? Is it fucking?
Cheating's cheating.
I think it's all of it. I think if you're giving another man attention, it's cheating, right?
I mean, I think more specifically, let's talk about like sex. Like,
Let's start with actual. So we did a whole show on flirting and how we define flirting. So you're you're the prime example of a charismatic person, right?
Thank you.
If your partner knows, meaning you talk to everybody in the room,
Flirtatious and fun, and
But-
well, not flirtatious, but fun.
but knowing that personality, I am as well. Frankie definitely is. Julio, you can be depending on the room, right?
Yeah.
So I know if I'm dating one of you, which I'm not, just
Not
for the
yet.
record.
she's dating all three of
And
us.
we're a threesome, sex trend, foursome. Sorry, foursome.
we all do anal
But if
differently.
we're all in a room and
We're all doing
you're
a train.
talking to somebody, I know you're not actually flirting as to where another guy who's not that personality type, they are. So I think you have to define that as a relationship. Secondly, we define that men, at no time, the men I know where I'm like, what if a girl is like flirting with you? Because Frankie was saying that. And my male friends have said, I don't give a fuck. I'm walking away because I know
Yeah.
my girl's over there. And if that remotely makes her uncomfortable at all, why do I give a fuck about this girl or vice versa? I've done that with guys with my boyfriend where it wasn't just a hello. It was, hey girl, so like, girl, are you going to be single? And I'm like, I'm going to excuse myself because it's not fair to my man to have that conversation.
Or when they say stuff like, Jess, or when they say stuff like, if you were single or if I was single, well, you're not. So don't be saying that, right?
Yeah, like it's never okay to make your partner should be. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So I mean, you're saying not all, Scott, do all men cheat?
So what?
Do all men cheat?
Do all men cheat?
We're having this.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did.
Scott, can you,
yes?
can you turn the mic
No.
on?
No,
Just
no.
hit the switch
Turn
on
the
the
mic on,
say
Scott.
yes?
No.
John has to turn
Well,
it on,
first
but-
of all,
No.
even if all, you know why I could say no? Because I've never cheated. So
You got headset right there if you wanted to.
Thank you. Yeah.
You heard what I said?
Yeah.
I said I could say not all men cheat because I never cheated.
I've never cheated.
So
I
that,
never
that
cheated.
just
So we're on the same
annuls
page.
the equation right
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's appropriate to cheat, and I would never cheat.
No, but
Right.
I think the reason why someone like that guy would say something to someone he's not dating is because that's the mentality he has, and that's how he sees women, right? Or he does
As an
whatever he
object.
wants. Yeah, I mean, I might.
And
be
he's
wrong.
already setting her up for a future if they have anything. Hey, babe, it's okay if I cheat on you because I already told you from the beginning. It's okay. I'm going to cheat on you because I feel that it's appropriate to cheat.
Well, that's an open relationship.
No, this
No.
guy. So you missed the setup.
sorry,
So
sorry.
a friend
I
of
feel like
Frank,
it's ego.
a friend of Frankie was telling one of his girlfriends. So a guy and a girl were talking. They're friends, and he said all men cheat, and if the men aren't cheating, the women are. And so never feel bad about going out on your man because
do
they're
you
going
cheat?
to be cheat. No, this wasn't me.
I know. I'm just asking. Would you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying all men cheat, and it really shook me the way he worded this. And Frankie obviously reiterated this conversation. He wasn't having the conversation back to me. So I think statistically,
Cheating is fucking because talking is going to happen at different
So-
websites. Yeah.
here's some stats.
I mean,
Both,
we're talking about sex, right?
both genders cheat, but
Yeah.
men are 7% more likely. Obviously, this was from Discreet Investigation article and survey. Age matters. 18 to 29, women are more likely. 30 to 39, it's the reverse. Men in their 60s are 24% more likely. Women in their 60s are up to 16% more likely than any other years that they were. 70s and 80s go down for women, but 70 to 79 goes up for men by.
If I'm still fucking
26%.
at 79 years old,
For you.
I'm happy as hell.
I miss you, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Most people are most likely to tell their partner within a week that they've cheated.
Really? That's surprising.
I was surprised too.
That's shocking.
They're finding more innovative ways to cheat. Tinder, 18 to 25% of users are already in a committed relationship.
Say that one more time. 18 to 29%.
25%.
25%,
I can
damn.
tell you that's 100%
So
true.
a quarter of the people on Tinder are in a relationship already.
Just
100%.
to have fun.
We're gonna do that Tinder talk, right? Remember I said.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna lead to another topic about Tinder. We'll send you that clip.
We're all gonna
And-
make fake accounts.
Please.
A therapist in Virginia was on a national article. She defines it cheating as emotional, desiring another partner, online flirtatious, texting, sexting, video calls, compulsive sexual
That's-
behavior.
Yeah.
Obviously, one night stands, duh.
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to get through this. Go ahead, Frankie, or somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. So, the guy who delivered my water today, I mentioned, we have a podcast, and I told him we were gonna be talking about this, and then he hit me with this too. He said, I think most men believe this, and I want to know what you guys think. Right?
Okay.
To me, if a woman cheats or a man cheats, to me it's equal. Cheating is cheating. It's messed up.
Sure.
Yeah.
But men tend to say that it's worse when a woman cheats.
I think
And
we
to me,
had
it's
a whole
like-
show on this.
But I'm
I
like, to
know.
me, it's like
I don't. Hold on. Men are saying, "Oh, it's worse if she cheats." Like they're not doing anything wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Fuck
to me,
off.
they say that to minimize. I feel like
Sure.
they say it to minimize.
Of course.
I think it's 50-50. Like
I-
it's
I
Yeah.
think that
Super equal.
And the reason he said it was this, because a guy isn't the one getting fucked. He's the one that's doing the fucking.
doing the fucking.
That's
Yeah.
a cop
Okay.
out. That's
Fuck
a
Right,
that.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that,
I agree.
that was
cop
lying.
out.
I agree.
guys,
I
everybody
cheated?
can't talk at once. No, I can't. I can't hear when everybody talks at once. That's fucking bullshit. That's a cop out, and that would be from a woman saying that. But that's a cop out.
Literally,
Period.
right here saying that.
The end.
Yeah.
You 100%. It's it. You cheat either sex is absolutely not okay. Not one's less than the other because you're putting it in or not. Like recently, what the fuck is that?
Is anal cheating.
That's somebody that likes to cheat that is justifying action.
Bringing it back.
The second thing, John, to your comment, I meant to tell you, John Burnley, if you're still on the YouTube chat, you know, when we're blaming a partner, and I'm just not going to put it on women, you need to learn to self-regulate and self-control. It's completely disrespectful to your partner. And part of being a good partner is having discipline in self, like being able to discipline yourself to act like a fucking proper person. And if you can't do that, don't be in relationships. Don't. There's nothing wrong with being single and wanting to fuck around. If it's who you are and you know who you are, leave other people out of it that are good fucking people.
I agree. I personally believe that it's 100% like the fault of the person who's doing the cheating. There's no such thing as like, well, it had been a year since I've had sex with my partner, so I said, well, then break up. If you're not getting satisfied, then break up, right? If sex is that important and your partner's not satisfying you, then break up. Don't go cheat and then be like, well, since you didn't fuck me, y'all went to fuck somebody else. They have the balls to break up.
You did this to me, so therefore I cheated on you.
Yeah.
Like, let's be responsible for both of our actions, regardless of what happened. If you cheat on me, you cheated on me. It doesn't matter if it was the sexting. It doesn't matter if it was kissing. It doesn't matter if it was fucking. It doesn't matter what it is. You decided to do that. Before you do that, if you come to me and you're like, hey, I'm done.
Dude, it's a choice. It's 100% a choice.
Have you cheated, Frankie?
Never.
Okay.
I think.
I can't even say.
Look,
I've been cheated on twice. I've never cheated.
there are
Really?
hold on. Everybody in this room,
2 relationships.
everybody
both
in this
cheated.
room,
Guess I'm the
hopefully
common
is going to
denominator.
live another 50 years, and you have no idea the missteps or mistakes you will make. So we don't know. We hope we know our moral compass.
I haven't cheated.
And
I would never
let me-
cheat.
I would never either, but I'm just trying to make a point. I think that we have a moral compass. We have a choice to put ourselves in situations because relationships will always be up and down. There's going to be days you hate your partner.
Yeah.
We go back to this every time. Days you love your partner, but stop putting yourself in positions to cheat. Sometimes it's not as easy as I'm just going to walk away because you had a fight, and it doesn't mean. Look, I'm just saying. My grandparents always said we never put ourselves in positions not to cheat. They never said they were illogical enough to say they never would want to. They were together, 69 years before my grandpa died. So, and my great grandparents, 70 something years before she passed away. So, I mean, I think the fall off is always communication. We'll go back to it every time. And the second thing is, we are so quick to negate the word. Oh, this was the final thing. And I think we've said this on the show a million times. We'll buy a house. We'll have kids. They are not the most important thing in our life. The most important thing in our life will be our relationship, period, the end. Your kids move on. A house is nothing. Who gives a fuck? Nobody's going to care if you bought a house the day you die, except your kids if they're inheriting money. But we neglect and negate to do the work on the biggest decision we ever made, and we will put the work towards everything else. Everything else. And if we just put the work in and we're mindful and intentional in relationships as we are in working out, or I just say that for myself.
Yeah.
Or these other
Your career, your life, like any other aspect of it. I get
it
what you're
would
saying.
your career, your workout, whatever that is, would thrive even more because you have a relationship that's thriving. And I promise that's true.
And this whole conversation came full circle, like with what you were talking about. Like, you're ready for that person. I'm ready for that person. If I had that woman right now in my life, I know that I would be a little bit further off because I'd have that support.
Yeah. And Frankie, and we'll go back to that next week. And if we find one, maybe he'll be 5'7". Maybe.
Maybe.
But he's got to look
Maybe.
6'4", right?
Guys, on the YouTube, before we play this reel and sign off about the giraffes, and I'll tell my giraffe story. I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any opinions, and I'll post some of the articles if I saved them, I think I did, on cheating. And if you have opinions, please post them on the Tribe Called Jess Facebook page and follow on all my socials. And now YouTube is Life with Jess, and that's separate, but Life with Jess. So I'll have that going. I've had it going. I'm just actually going to do something with it. And Tribe Called Jess is linked to that, the episode, so you can actually watch them there as well. And then, John, will you cue our ish, and I'll get us out of here.
So we all know that the factory reset for women is 6'4", okay? We hear 6'4", we're like, it's okay that you're a felon and that you have a botched circum and you definitely can't spell definitely. Like, it's okay. You're gonna work through it, babe. What I will also be brave enough to say is that 5'7" is also the factory reset for women. I don't know how to explain it. I shudder at the thought of dating a 5'9" or 5'10" man, but 5'7", Some of you men, those faces are 6'4", okay? I think we can all agree on that. Most attractive person in the world, it's not Bella Hadid, okay? It isn't. It's a random 5'7" man on the streets of Manhattan, no makeup, no filter. You guys are the prettiest little goblins in the whole world.
I'm sorry, I got distracted, but like the subtitles on her chest. What was she saying?
Oh, let's go, Julio.
You've seen that reel like 10 times within our group chat.
For the same reasons.
The thought of dating a 5'9" or 5'10".
I get distracted by what she's saying.
It's so true, though. It's so true because I always think, oh my God, that guy's so hot. And then I'll read his bio. I'm like, how many guys are this short, no offense, that are this fucking hot? Why can't you?
That's so funny though. I love that.
taller.
5'7"
Seven with a
6'4" face.
Frankie and I got such a kick out of that. And I was telling the story about the first guy I ever matched with on Hinge. That was really nice, but he was in his 20s, a little too young. We were going to go on a date. And I'm glad we didn't because he was 6'8". And I'm like, Frankie, I feel like it would look like a giraffe, even in heels, like tipping over to give me like a whole fucking giraffe.
That's tall.
And I don't know if I could. He was really nice, and he fucking was. That body was banging, but he's too young. Too young. That's even too young.
Not too tall, just too young.
Well, I could have gone with this. I mean, it would have been like, what's his name, Shaq and his ex-wife.
Oh,
that's
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Oh, the baby.
Oh, Shay.
All right, guys. So don't forget, real quick, November 5th, make sure that you're getting out to vote. It is so important that you exercise your right to vote. It's an honor and a privilege not afforded to many around the globe. Vote.org. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Go to vote.org and you can find out if your state has cut off for registration. Some have not, some have. Virginia has, I believe. You can also go to vote.org polling-place that location to find your voting location. And then Lyft and Uber, the day of the election, November 5th, will be offering 50% off rides. But if you Google your state and free transportation on election day,
Electric day, I like that.
you can find many options. I know like Wyoming somewhere I looked up and all their metro is free that day. So there's lots of ways that you can get there. A lot of people will offer to give you rides. I know I'll give rides as long as you won't kill me. Absolutely. It is such an honor to vote. Again, get out November 5th and vote. And we are back next week with a lot of Dirty, our New Year's Eve special coming up. And we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Jason, for sitting on.
Thank you for having me.
Tune in next week, guys. Subscribe to the socials. Look for the videos. And I have a important announcement soon. Take good care, guys. Later.